Hello there, gamers, simmers, and pilots. I am the KILR Gamer, and welcome back to the Crossing VATRUS event 2020. We are continuing. We have 2 flights today. Yay. It's a little bit more relaxing than some of the other days. I had 3. Just a couple of airports. And we're going to be flying my trusty 757 because it's not small and it's easily manageable, especially during big events like this where there's just a lot of stuff going on. UT Air, or is it UT Air or UT Air, and somebody just vanished over there. Oh, there he is. He's going up and down there. Yeah, we are here in Kosovo, and we're going to be going to Surgut, which I've actually flown to Surgut before. Did it at night. We're in front of this fancy building here. And we're flying Singapore Airlines because why not? We're out of place, out of time, which seems to be a common theme here on KILR Gamer, KILR Television. Hey, I mean, you know, if there's there's more showing up there. If there's like world travel and stuff, you know, then that's kind of their own thing. But no, I mean, seriously, you know, we just kind of go to the beat of our own drum. Of course, many of you already know that. All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into our 757, and we will get things started. Wonder how much fuel I've got here. That's not too bad. I'm going to bring it up, though. In reality, I actually had this thing. I was logged in 30 minutes early, had the plane parked here, because, hey, I thought this sitting right here in front of this building was kind of a cool idea, so I wanted to get in here early and set my plane here. Okay, ATIS is on 127.8. You guys want to make any bets on whether it'll work or not? Seems like half the time it doesn't work. All right, here we go. See if it works.
U.S. Citizen Information Uniform. 1030, expect ILS approach runway 26R, braking action good. Departure runway 26R. Transition level 50, flocks of birds possible in airdrome area. Wind variable between 270 and 330 degrees 7 MPS. Cav OK. Temperature 2.5. QFE 744 millimeters or 993 QNH 1019 or 764 millimeters temporarily. Wind 300 degrees 8 gusting to 16 MPS. Acknowledge information uniform. U.S. Citizen Information Uniform. 1030, expect ILS approach runway 26R, braking action good. Departure runway 26R. Transition level 50, flocks of birds possible in airdrome area. Wind variable between 270 and 330 degrees 7 MPS.
I just find that funny.
Cav OK.
Are you okay? There's a flock of birds.
2.5. QFE 744 millimeters or 993 QNH 1019 or 764 millimeters temporarily. Wind 300 degrees 8 gusting to 16 MPS.
Oh.
Acknowledge information uniform.
It's on COM 2 also.
U.S. Citizen Information Uniform.
There we go. All right, we got ground. There's no tower. Not yet.
Аэрофлот 1520, вылет согласно плану разрешаю, в работе ОПП-26, правая схема до сумм 5 кило, первоначальный набор эшелон 5.0, склоп 5525.
Пульт согласно плану разрешили, в работе 26 правая, по схеме до сумм 5 кило, первоначальный набор эшелон 5.0, склоп 5520.
Аэрофлот 1520, ошибка, склоп 5525.
Taking off from runway 26 right.
Поправка.
Looks like we got Dulcim 5 Golf or Dulcim 5 Kilo.
Аэрофлот 1520 записано верно.
And I still have to file my flight plan. That would be helpful. I think
UTX-71, разрешите вылет согласно плану Сургут, 350 эшелон, информация, юниформ.
УТР-71, в вашем направлении полета нечетное эшелонирование, поменяйте эшелон на нечетный.
Орлан 9976, 23 стоянка, информация, юниформ на борту, выталкивание и запуск запрашиваем.
Орлан 9976, выталкивание запуск разрешаю, носом на запад.
Разрешено выталкивание запуск носом на запад, 9976.
Кольцо руления, добрый вечер, Аэрофлот 7185 на 25-й стоянке, информация Юнимур, согласно плана Сургут, разрешите эшелон 330.
Вот 7185, вылет согласно плану разрешаю, в работе ОПП-26, правая схема под 1 минуту. План у вас в Москву, а не в Сургут. Ну, я имею в виду маршрут сам.
Поменяемся.
Кольцо руления, добрый вечер, Аэрофлот 7056, Санк 49, информация Юниформ на Сургут.
Аэрофлот 7056, вылет согласно плану разрешаю, в работе ОПП-26, правая схема до сумм 5 кило, первоначальный набор эшелон 5.0, сколько 5533.
Разрешено до Сургута 26, правая до сумм 5 кило, первоначальный набор 5.0, 5533, сквок, Аэрофлот 7056.
Аэрофлот 7056, записано верно.
Разрешите вылет согласно плану UTX-71.
УТР-71, вылет согласно плану разрешаю, ВПП-26, правая схема до сумм 5 кило, первоначальный набор эшелон 5.0.
I get that feeling that something's crawling on you.
Склоп 5526.
Like sitting here, it feels like something's crawling up my leg.
Аэрофлот 26, правая схема выхода до сумм 5 кило, первоначальный набор эшелон 50, сквок 5526, UTX-71.
УТР-71, записано верно.
Singapore 19990 requesting IFR clearance with information uniform to Surgut.
Singapore 1990, you're cleared as fast, runway 26 right in use via Dosum 5 kilo departure, initial climb flight level 50 and squawk will be 5534.
Cleared as filed. Departure runway is 26 right, Dulcim 5 Golf departure. Initial climb, flight level 50 and squawk 5534.
Singapore 1990, negative Dosum 5 kilo departure, not Golf kilo.
Okay, my correction. Sorry, Dulcim 5 kilo.
Singapore 1990, read back correct.
All right, cool.
Hey,
Hey, no problem, Cap. Glad you're here.
208, exit holding point of runway 26 right via apron echo.
Route 1 Echo taxi holding point runway 26 right, privilege 208.
Стойчок.
Привет.
Привет.
There. All right, we got our. Ooh, we're doing something. We're doing a wicked little turn around here. I did a GA flight last night. Just did a nice. It's in the archive. I did just a relaxing general aviation flight in my Bonanza V35. I flew it on VATSIM. I flew from San Antonio to Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We did it on FSX, Box Edition, with mega scenery, and just kind of chilled out. So, if you want to see some GA flying, that stream should be available to watch for another 10 days. With all this airliner stuff, I just wanted to get back to some general aviation.
Кольцо руление, еще раз здравствуйте, Аэрофлот 7185, план поменяли, разрешите нам в Сургут на 330 эшелоне.
Аэрофлот 7185, вылет согласно плану разрешаю, в работе в ВПП-26 правая, схема до сумм 5 кило, первоначальный набор эшелон 5-0, сквок 5532.
Согласно плану Сургут разрешили, 26-я правая в работе, до сумм 5 кило.
Yeah, that sounds pretty involved.
Сквок 5532, Аэрофлот 7185.
Аэрофлот 7185, записано верно.
Орлан 9976, после выталкивания запуска разрешите предварительно.
Ну, 21-я стоянка.
Орланд 9976, разрешаю предварительный влево по Браво, влево по Гольф РДЭКу, ВП-26.
Влево по Браво, влево по Гольф РДЭК, 26 правая, Орлан 9976.
Аврора 1221, разрешите выталкивание запуска, 21-я стоянка.
Аврора 1221, выталкивание запуска.
So you know the problems I've had with the Airbus, right?
Разрешили носом на запад.
I haven't tried it yet, but I have Airbus 2000 for Flight Simulator 2000. It works with Flight Simulator 98 also. I bet you I can fly this. I bet you I'll have no problem flying that.
Свердловский 1805, кольцо руления, здравствуйте.
I'd like to do some streams. I'm wanting to do a stream with X-Plane 6 and get some more classic flight simulation streams done, because I haven't done them for a while.
55-35.
Понял, сколько 55.
Oh, I know that. I was able to get a little bit of sleep before coming on.
Свердловский 1805, схема до сумм 5 кило и сквок.
But we're on day 8 here out of 10. I'm determined. I want to get through this whole thing.
Да,
So.
я понял, досуг 5 кило. А сколько, повторите еще раз.
Свердловский 1805, подтвердить сквок 55-35.
Сквок 55-35.
Свердловский 1805, записано верно. Break, privilege 208,
I don't even know what some of this stuff is.
118.7, bye-bye.
I just guess. Just guess and put it on in here.
Аэрофлот 7056, предварительный.
Аэрофлот 7056, рулите по Чарли перед Гольф остановиться.
По Чарли перед Гольф останавливаемся, Аэрофлот 7056.
I can't really do anything with that.
Аэрофлот 1530, кольцо руления. На стоянке 11, информация в юниформе имею.
I haven't looked at some of this stuff.
Аэрофлот 1530, вылет согласно плану разрешаю, в работе ВПП-26 правая, схема до сумм 5 кило, первоначальный набор эшелон 5-0, сквок 55-27.
Right.
Аэрофлот 1230.
Dosum 5 kilo.
Выхода до сумм 5 кило, первоначальный набор эшелона 5-0, сквок 55-27.
Аэрофлот 1530, записано верно. Break.
Break. We're all programmed here.
Понял, ожидать.
I think there are ants crawling on my foot.
Аэрофлот 756, пропустите борт
It sure
Boeing
feels like
737,
it.
справа налево, далее следуйте предварительный 26 правая по Гольфэка.
Гольф, борт, выпускаем Аэрофлот 756.
Жди, Миша, жди, сейчас проеду.
Ага.
Кольцо руления Аэрофлот 7185. Разрешите нам выталкивание и запуск.
Yeah, that's cool. No, I totally understand where you're coming from because you want to be able to get that ATC experience. And that's what I've been doing for my VATSIM Venture series that's over on Killer TV. I've recorded, I don't know, I think like 30 flights, just various parts around the world, and I'm busy trying to connect them all. So that way there's a fluid flight as far as touring. So I'm trying to get as much ATC experience as I possibly can for that series. So I know where you're coming from on that. Let's get the map pulled up here. See if we can jump in here and get out the door.
ТР-112 на вылет ВПП-26 правая схема до суммы 5 кило, первоначальный набор эшелон 5-0, сквок 55-36.
We're right here at 10, I guess. Park 10. 10 Bravo or something.
Орланд 976, предварительный 26 права.
Орланд 976, работайте кольцо вокруг 118-7, свидания.
118-7, спасибо за управление, хорошей смены, 9976.
Кольцо руления, здравствуйте, Восток 404, предполетная проверка. Восток 494, кольцо руления, здравствуйте, на 5.
Who's the director? Or do you mean just the director of the thing that you're doing?
Восток 494 были согласно плану, разрешаю в работе ВПП-26 правая схема до сумм 5 кило, первоначальный набор эшелон 5-0, скок 55-37.
Были согласно плану, разрешили в работе 26 правая до сумм 5 кило, первоначальный набор эшелон 5-0, скок 55-37. И если разрешите, выталкивание, запуск, мы уже готовы.
Ожидайте номер 3.
Singapore 1990 at Park 10 Bravo, ready for pushback.
Singapore 1990, stand by 1 minute. Traffic behind.
Аврора 1221, разрешите предварительные 20.
There's traffic behind me, apparently.
Аврора 1221, носом на запад, на восток вытолкались.
Yeah, I guess there is traffic behind me.
Я не наблюдаю, к сожалению. Курс текущий назовите ваш.
Азур Air 205, информация Юниформ, гейт номер 12, прошу разрешения на полет по плану.
Ожидайте. Аврора 1221.
Аврора 1221 на связи.
Курс текущий назовите.
075.
Oh, approach, okay.
Аэрофлот 756 на предварительный 26 справа.
Минуту. Аврора 1221, разрешаю предварительное ВПП-26 правая по перрону, вправо на Дельта, влево на Гольф и РДЭКу.
Разрешили право на Дельфа, лево на Гольф и на Эко. Предварительно разрешили 26 право. Аврора 12.
Yeah, don't you hate that? It's like you leave one airport, you're flying to another one, and it's got controllers, and by the time you get there, they've logged off. They're no longer on. Or
push and start approved facing east.
Push and start approved facing east, Singapore 1990. Or like you leave an airport that has very little coverage or no coverage, and then the controllers jump on like shortly after you leave. I hate that. Yeah. Hey, Aero. I know, right? That looks like the White House, doesn't it? That's why I picked this parking spot. I thought it was a cool looking parking spot. We got to push back.
Азур 205, гейт номер 12, информация Юнифа, ваше разрешение были по плану.
Азур 205, вылет согласно плану разрешаю, П-26 правая, схема до сумм 5
I thought this was a neat place to park.
0, скок 55-24.
Вылет разрешили, 26 правая полоса, первоначальный набор, эшелон 5-0, сквок 55-24, схема выхода до сумм 5 кило, Сибирь, Азур 205.
Азур 205 записано верно.
Аэрофлот 7185, разрешите нам за Авророй выталкивание?
Аэрофлот 7125, вот, поправочка 7185, выталкивание запуск разрешаю носом на запад, не как Аврора.
Да, приняли носом на запад, выталкивание запуск разрешили, Аэрофлот 7185. Ну все, Иван, перенижать будет, да?
Готовы к выталкиванию запуска.
ИТР 112, минуту.
Свердловск 1805, разрешите выталкивание?
Свердловский 1805, номер 2, будете выталкиваться.
Да, понял.
No español.
85-712, разрешите до сумм 5 голь выполнить схему через ВОР, аэронавты поддерживаем.
712 принято, до сумм 5 голь, согласован.
Спасибо.
Singapore 1990, ready for taxi.
Летим на буксировку.
Восток 494.
When the killer gamer talks, you don't.
Singapore 1990, taxi to holding point of runway 26 right via apron, taxiway Echo.
26 right via apron and Echo, Singapore 1990.
Кольцово руление, добрый день, от экипажа Свердловский 3736, предполетная проверка связи.
Свердловский 3736, кольцово руление.
I'm not wasting any time today. We're going to get out of here before everyone else pops up.
Находимся на стоянке, есть информация Юниформ на борту, разрешите вылет Сургут согласно плану.
Свердловский 3736, вылет согласно плану разрешаю.
What I like to do is I like to keep an eye on which events are going on and plan my schedule accordingly so that way I can take advantage of the ATC coverage.
Вылет разрешили в работе 26-я правая до сумм 5 кило, после взлета первоначально эшелон 5-0, сквок 55-31, все верно, Свердловский 3736.
It's been a lot of work, that's for sure.
ЮТР 71, разрешите выталкивание запуск двигателей.
ЮТР 71, ожидайте, брейк-брейк, Свердловский 1805, выталкивание запуск разрешаю носом на восток.
Свердловск 1805, выталкивание разрешили носом на восток.
Yes, Arrow. We showed it here last night during the, I did a, it was during the general aviation flight. I did a GA flight yesterday.
Please be seated.
And we took a look at that. It looks great. And the ATC looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic, I should say. In a way, the ATC sounds like, almost sounds like FSX, just better. I hope they have a lot more voices, and it would be really nice if they had regional voices set up depending upon where you go, or at least some way to be able to add that in there.
Singapore 1990, contact Кольцово Radar on frequency 118.7, bye-bye.
118.7, Singapore 1990.
Кольцово руление, с вами легенда 076, добрый день, экипаж.
Круг, здравствуйте. За взлетающим Boeing 637 в П-26 право, исполнительный разрешает взлет по команде.
С взлетающим 737 на исполнительный 26 право, взлет по команде 136.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like the same method, but it sounds like an improved, version of it. The ATC on FSX really is not that bad. It sounds okay. There's just not a whole lot of variety in voices. And then, of course, the way the ATC works, where it's like moving you back and forth between different controllers, is ridiculous. And your vectors, too. It's really bad. But other than that, I like the sound of the ATC. And what I really like about it is how they say the name of the airport. I like that rather than hearing, you know, ICAO codes. Dang, I think an ant just bit me.
Аэрофлот 1136, ВП-26 вправо, взлет разрешаю, ветер 280 градусов, 7.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because when the Airbus came up, I'm like, ah! Speaking of Airbuses, Airbus 2000. This works on Flight Simulator 98 and 2000. And I bet you I can fly it. I bet you it won't be complex like the Aerosoft one.
Аэрофлот 7056, работайте Урал-контроль, 122, приятного полета, до свидания.
22-2, Аэрофлот 7056, всего доброго, до свидания.
Where's tower? Well, there is no tower.
1136, после взлета до сумм 5 кило, набираем 5000.
Аэрофлот 1136, опознан, набирайте эшелон 7-0.
Набираем 7-0, 1136.
Airport 1402, runway 26, right, clear to land, wind is 280 degrees at 7 meters per second.
Clear to land, runway 26, right, Airport 1402.
Approach Singapore 19090, holding short of the runway.
Singapore 19090, accelerator, good evening, sir. Hold position, report visual with Boeing 737 on final.
Кольцо вокруг, добрый вечер.
I don't see it yet.
На Эко.
Аврора 1227.
There he is.
Здравствуйте. Ждать?
Ожидаем, Аврора 1227.
Singapore 19090, report visual contact with Boeing 737 on final.
Roger, I have the traffic.
Singapore 19090, after landing of Boeing 737, line up runway 26 right and wait after landing of Boeing 737.
After landing of 737, line up and wait, Singapore 19090.
Аэрофлот 1136, набирайте эшелон 8-0.
Набираем 8-0, 1136.
I forgot, did he say this was a 757 or a 737? I'm wondering, am I like the only one flying a 757?
Аэрофлот 1136, работайте Урал-контроль, 122-2, приятного полета, до свидания.
Работаем с Урал-контроль, 122-2, всего доброго, до свидания, Аэрофлот 1136.
Did you see the dash behind us? I like the paint job on that dash. Yeah, there's a lot of terminology. There's a lot of terms and stuff that varies between countries. So it takes a little getting used to. That's why I'm glad I started doing all these flights over in Europe and Asia, because I'm learning all those terms. Flying in the States is easy. And most of the events that are going on VATSIM happen to be over in Europe and Asia and Africa and the Middle East. Very rarely do I see events happening in the States.
Platform 402, Roger, contact ground on 119.0, have a thanks for flying, goodbye.
Contact ground 119.0, доброго дня, до свидания.
Singapore 1990, runway 26 right, cleared for takeoff, windows 280 degrees at 7.
Clear for takeoff, Singapore 1990.
Аврора 1221 за взлетающим Boeing 757, P26 справа, исполнительно разрешаю, взлет по команде.
Flaps.
С взлетающим бортом исполнительно разрешили 26 правая по команде взлета Аврора 1221.
$80 knots. Rotate, V2.
Кольцово круг, вечер добрый, это Аэрофлот 7185 на предварительная полоса 26 правая, вторые в очереди.
Аэрофлот 7185, Кольцово круг, здравствуйте, ждать?
Кольцово круг, добрый день, Руслан 2905, аналогично.
Руслан 2905, Кольцово круг, здравствуйте, вам тоже аналогично, пока ждать.
Flaps 1. Flaps up.
Аврора 1221, ВП-26 справа, взлет разрешаю, ветер 280 градусов, 7.
Взлет 26 правая разрешили, Аврора 1221.
Singapore 1990, identified, climb to flight level 80.
Climb to flight level 80, Singapore 1990.
Аэрофлот 7185 за взлетающим Dash 8, ППП-26 справа, исполнитель разрешает взлет по команде.
За взлетающим занимаем исполнительный взлет по команде Аэрофлот 7185.
Hey, so Arrow, were you here yesterday when the channel got raided? It's crazy. The channel got raided yesterday.
Аврора 1221 после взлета, набираю 5.
Doing some external shots.
Аврора 1221, понял, опознан, набирайте эшелон 7-0.
Далее набираю эшелон 7-0, Аврора 1221.
Singapore 1990, from present position, proceed direct to DOSUM, contact Ural Control on 122.2.
Proceed to DOSUM and contact control at 122.2. Bye-bye. This thing is doing its own thing here.
Аврора 1221, набирайте эшелон 8-0.
Аврора 1221, набираю эшелон 8-0.
It was supposed to turn left, not right, so I have no idea what this thing was doing. Control Singapore 19990 with you at 8,000, heading direct to Dulsum.
Singapore 19990, Ural Control, good day, identify, continue climb flight level 350.
Continue climb to flight level 350, Singapore 19990. Alrighty, Cap. Sleep well, my friend.
Орлан 9976 на месте.
Орлан 9976, вас понял. Орлан 9976, остановитесь, сквок 5545, пожалуйста.
5545, 9976. Установлен 9976.
Спасибо.
You know, if it was easy to switch back and forth between feet and meters, I would, but the fact that you have to go into the options and change things around is a pain. Gonna increase our rate of climb here.
The use of approved portable electronic devices is now permitted.
Yay! Get some more visuals here for you. Huh. That's interesting. Still be here. Just getting some beauty shots.
Отойду на 5 минут.
Обладание 36, покинуть кабину разрешаю, зараз кабину доложить.
Принято, доложим возврат.
Аврора 1221, прямо на Удора.
Прямо на Удона, Аврора 1221.
Утора, Юниформ Танго, Оскар, Ромео, Альфа.
Утора, Аврора 1221. Урал-контроль, вечер добрый, Аэрофлот 7185. После взлета на высоте 8000 футов по схеме до сум 5 кило.
Аэрофлот 7185, Урал-контроль, добрый день, опознан. Набирайте эшелон 330 при пересечении эшелона 200 прямо на Утора.
Набираем 330, пересечение
All right,
200 прямо
got
на
those
Утора,
shots there.
Аэрофлот 7185.
That is kind of scary, though, about mistakes like that, just through miscommunication.
Approach 208, cog to main control 132.6. Have a nice flight and smooth landing, bye.
132.6, approach 208, have a good day, sir.
Урал-контроль, добрый день, Руслан 2905, с вами по схеме набираем 8 минут.
Руслан 2905, Урал-контроль, добрый день, опознан. Набирайте эшелон 310.
Набираем 310, Руслан 2905.
Huh. I haven't seen it yet, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Apparently it's getting a sequel.
Аэрофлот 7185, подскажите, вы нам эшелон какой уже разрешили занять?
Аэрофлот 7185, эшелон 330.
Спасибо. Аэрофлот 7185, 330.
Doing some updates on social media and stuff.
Добрый день, набираю эшелон 80.
One example.
Урал-контроль, добрый день, опознан. Набирайте 370.
Let's take a look at that. For a moment, I thought that said terrific. I'm like, what? Tenerife Airport disaster. 2 Boeing 747 passenger jets, KLM and Pan Am, collided at Los Rodeos Airport. Wow. Deadliest one in aviation history. Even more than September 11? Well, I know. Would those be considered accidents with the planes that were used in against the 4 airliners? I would think that between all those airliners it would have been more, but I don't know.
136 на месте.
136 по плану.
Oh, wow.
Аэрофлот 7056, Урал-контроль.
That's interesting considering,
Аэрофлот 7056.
you know, the couple of times that we had to be routed away from the airport because of this very thing. Not necessarily the fog, but the fact that someone was still on the runway. Wow.
Урал контроль, ТР-112, добрый день, до суммы 5 кило, набираю эшелон 8.
Here's flight number 1 for today. There'll be a second flight. This is where we're at on flight number 1. So we're moving right along. We should be switched over to another controller here pretty soon. Basically at this next waypoint. It looks like that's going to be 132.6. So we'll go and get this ready.
132.6, спасибо за управление, хорошей смены, 9976.
Ural Control, Airport 1496, добрый день, Datsun 5 Kill, Climb Hotel 80.
Let's take a look at that.
Aeroflot 7496, Ural Control, good day, identified.
Can't read any of that. Here, let's go here.
UTR-71, ускорьте набор со скоростью 2200 футов в минуту и выше.
2200 и выше.
Helicopter Romeo Alpha 22988. Proceed from Recreon.
Руслайн 2905 вправо, курс 055, пожалуйста.
Право 055, 1009.
Aeroflot 7496, squawk 5547, please.
Distance 2 miles.
Aeroflot 7496, 5547.
Are you ready for departure?
Affirm.
Депаче.
UTR-71, сохраните эшелон 160.
Сохраняю эшелон 160.
Take water.
Tower Yasa, Zian 315, holding point 27, fully ready.
Урал контроль, Surgut 1805.
Line up 7, Zian 315.
Сызловск 1805, Урал контроль, добрый день, опознанные. Сохраните 8-0. Airflow 7496, continue climb flight level 330.
The parking position without the clearance for departure. Airflow 7496.
92988, clear for departure.
UTR-71, для вашей информации, на 2 часа, на 5 миль, CRJ-100 на 2 эшелона выше.
Position now.
Romeo Alpha 22988,
Romeo Alpha 22988, please report your position and altitude.
Okay. Romeo Alpha 2298, will report position.
Is this VATSIM? Or is this like real ATC?
Romeo Alpha 2298, you are at 8 miles west of our station.
UTR-71, продолжайте набор 370.
Продолжаем набор 370, UTR-71.
Real life, okay.
UTR-71 исследуйте прямо на Утора.
Прямо на Утору, UTR-71.
Руслан 2905, прямо на Утора.
Прямо на Утору, Руслан 2905.
Аэрофлот 756, Тюмень контроль 326, все хорошо, состояние. Аэрофлот 756, Урал контроль.
План 22-2, Аэрофлот 756. Всего доброго, до свидания.
Singapore 1990, Ural control.
Singapore 1990.
Singapore 1990, squawk 5550.
Squawk 5550, Singapore 1990.
Свердловск 1805, Урал контроль.
Свердловск 1805.
Свердловск 1805. Набирайте эшелон 370. Исследуйте, пожалуйста, по СИДу.
Понял, набирает 370.
How much we got left here?
Здравствуйте, Аэрофлот 474, ошибал эшелон 3.
Аэрофлот 1404, Урал контроль, добрый день, ответчик 55-51, пожалуйста.
55-51, установили Аэрофлот 404.
Урал контроль, добрый вечер. Азурейра 205, набираем 7-0, проходим 6-0.
Азурейр 205, Урал контроль, добрый день, опознан. Продолжайте набор эшелона 350.
Продолжаем набор эшелона 350, Азурейр 205.
Свердловский 1801, влево, курс 100. Свердловский 1805, Урал контроль.
Свердловский 1805, на связи.
Свердловский 1805, влево, курс 100.
Понял, влево, курс 100.
ЮТР 112, прямо на Утора.
That's crazy.
Аэрофлот 1404, опознаны на прилет АЛС Виски 26 правый по схеме погон 5 МЭ. Прошу прощения, погон 5 Майк.
Виски 26 правая, погон 5 Майк.
Sound like he said ba-boom.
Урал 9021, для вашей информации, потеряем скорость до 180 узлов для более быстрого набора эшелона.
Урал 1221, вас понял.
Урал контроль, здравствуйте, Восток 494, набираем эшелон 8-0, поддосу 5 кило.
Восток 494, Урал контроль, опознаны. Набирайте эшелон 330.
Набираем 330, Восток 404.
В Аэрофлот 136, Тюмень контроль, 326, все хорошее состояние.
Да, 132, 26, Тюмень контроль, Аэрофлот 136. Все добро, до свидания.
We should be going to Tayuman control.
Airport
soon.
7496, proceed direct Utora.
Direct Utora, Airport 7496.
Airport 7496, and for your information, on 1-2 o'clock, 10 miles, Boeing 737, 2 flights level above you.
Thank you, Airport 7496.
Восток 494, сквок 55-52, пожалуйста.
Сквок 55-52, Восток 404.
The best part was you didn't have clearance. Okay, I have clearance, Roger. That was the best part. No, you did not have clearance. Okay, Roger, we got clearance.
Понял, прямо на Утору.
Ютель 112, доложить скорость набора.
Ютель 112, 2000 футов мимо.
Airflow 7496, climb rate 2 feet, 2000 feet per minute or less.
2000 feet or less, Airflow 7496. Урал контроль, день добрый, 8712, подходим эшелон 7-0 до Сум 5 Гольф.
85712, Урал контроль, добрый день, опознаны, сохраняйте эшелон 8-0.
Сохраняем 8-0, 85712.
Авро 1221, разрешите 230 на нем остановиться, тяжко нам сегодня.
Отлично, центр, позывной, пожалуйста.
Авро 1221, разрешите остаться на 230-м эшелоне.
We should be handed over to the other controller.
230 разрешаю.
We're passing into his section.
Singapore 1990, contact to main control on frequency 132.65.
132.6, Singapore 1990, bye-bye. Yep, it would be soon. 132.6. Time in control, Singapore 1990 with you at flight level 350.
Singapore 1990 to main control, good afternoon. Radar contact, maintain 350. For your information, runway news in Surgut, runway 25, expect cover 1 Alpha arrival.
Runway use 35, expect arrival Covet 1 Alpha, Singapore 1990.
Runway 25.
Oh, correction, 25, 1990. Alrighty.
Privilege 2098, to main control.
Here it is, ILS runway 25.
Privilege 208.
Add that to the route.
Proceed to point cover.
And
direct cover, privilege 208.
Covet 1 Alpha. Oh, here it is, right here. And there we go. Got the route in here. It's good information to have. Go here. Get the arrival information in here. ILS 25. And arrival was Covet 1 Alpha. Here it is, Covet 1 Alpha. And there we go. We're all set. Man, I wish the Airbus was this easy. I'm stubborn. I am going to figure out how that Airbus works. If it kills me, I'm going to figure it out. We'll get some more external shots here of the aircraft.
Аэрофлот 7044, просит начало снижения.
Аэрофлот 7004, поправка 7044, Тимикадры.
Аэрофлот 7044, расчетное начало снижения.
Аэрофлот 7044, снижай эшелон 270.
270, Аэрофлот 7044.
Аэрофлот 7044, продавай снижение эшелон 100 полсотни, пересечение эшелон 270, работа Сургут, подход 29,3 мега посадки.
При пересечении 100 полсотни, Сургут подход 129,3. Спасибо, до свидания, Аэрофлот 7044.
Аэрофлот 7044, снижаться эшелон 100 полсотни.
Вас понял, снижается 100 полсотни. Аэрофлот 7044.
There we go. The Airbus is the easiest thing to fly. I suppose. One of the viewers yesterday was saying that you have to be conditioned in order to fly the Airbus, which I thought was kind of funny. .3.
Singapore 1990, team control.
Singapore 1990 with you.
Singapore 1990, report mark.
Mach speed is .85.
Singapore 990, maintain Mach .75 until further advisory traffic. 12 o'clock, that's flight level 330 and distance of 10 kilometers, correction 10 miles.
Okay, Mach speed .75 and down to flight level 220, is that correct?
Negative, Singapore 1990, maintain Mach .75 until further advice.
Roger, we'll maintain .75 until further notice. 1990.
Аэрофлот 1136, Микадр.
I heard him say flight level 220, I thought. See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Like, I can sit here and I can change the speed, and it will do exactly what I would expect it to do. But when flying that Airbus, it's like I'm fighting the autopilot. Like the plane just wants to do its own thing, and I can't control it.
Privilege to the right, request descent.
Papa Whiskey Victor Golf 208, descent to flight level 150.
Descent level 150, privilege to the right.
And what I don't understand is why make it different? When you have, like, why isn't there a standard across the different aircrafts?
Passenger level 270, contact approach 129.3, privilege to the right. Have a good day, sir.
I mean, some things are the same, but then there are other things where the autopilot controls aren't exactly the same. Sometimes they work differently. But I guess if I can learn how to fly the Airbus, I'll probably be able to fly anything.
Условия на посадку в
That might be
Сургуте, схему не подскажете, Аэрофлот
my
71?
ultimate
Аэрофлот 71-85, слишком рано, подскажу дополнительно, ждать.
ultimate thing. Oh man, I think ants crawled all over my foot and bit me because it is itching like crazy now.
Аэрофлот 71-85, роботе 25 полоса, рассчитывайте маршрут прибытия КВР 1 Альфа.
Okay, so here we are. We're
25-я полоса, Кове 1
halfway through the flight.
Спасибо за информацию.
That makes sense. That makes sense in regards to different manufacturers. So they think that they can do things a different way. Oh, we can do it better.
Норвег 99-76,
Ответил 9976.
Аэрофлот 9976, поправка на Норвег 9976. Если готово, прямо ковер следуйте, для интервала.
Which is why instead of a control stick, they have a joystick over to the side. I know it's a flight control, but still it looks kind of like a joystick off to the side. Oh, and here's the crazy thing. If you're right-handed and you're flying an Airbus, the flight stick's over on the left side. That just would feel weird. Yet if you're the co-pilot and you're right-handed, you're good to go because it's on your right side. I don't know. I don't think they thought that one out too well. But what do I know? I don't design airplanes. So I guess if you're going to be a pilot of a Airbus, you need to learn how to do stuff with your left hand, I guess. Well, that's one thing Flight Simulator is good with. You can practice. If you're a real pilot or you're studying to be one, you can sit there and practice with the control stick off to the left side. And for me, that'd be kind of weird, but... Well, we might be able to pick up some ATIS information. Not that we really need it, but I like to listen to ATIS at the arriving airport, so... And I think you're supposed to.
Action good. Departure runway 25. Transition level 040. Flocks of birds possible in aerodrome area. Wind 280 degrees 9 MPS. Visibility greater than 10. Kilometers clouds scattered 240 and broken cumulo nimbus 600 and massive secured. Temperature 2.12.
Хорошо, 20 на приеме, если что.
995 QNH 1002.751 millimeter, no significant change. Acknowledge information, Papa.
All right. Yeah, one of the add-ons that I have for Flight Simulator 2000 and 2002, this is one of them. The other one's in a box. But there's this thing called Captain Speaking, and you have to, in order to make it step through the actual flight adventure, which is pretty much what it is, flying from one location to another, you have to get ATIS information at the arriving airport before you get to the next step, which is like going in for approach or whatever, like contacting approach. And if you don't, it doesn't proceed. I think there's been a couple of other things too where I and I don't know if that's proper procedure or not, but I mean it makes sense. You know, you want to tune into ATIS and get the weather information of where you're going.
Surgut контроль, добрый день, ТР-71. ТР-71, Тюмень контроль, здравствуйте. Опознанный. Сообщите ваш эшелон. Эшелон 370.
Well, that makes sense in regards to the yoke and the throttle. But, you know, I guess, I mean, most of the stuff on the Airbus is pretty much automated from what I saw. I just didn't understand how to program it. And doesn't it land itself when you have it set up for approach? Doesn't it automatically land and flare and auto brake and all that other stuff?
Руслайн 2905, Тюмень контроль, здравствуйте. Опознаны.
Аврора 1221, Тюмень контроль, здравствуйте. Следую прямо на Кариб, 230 эшелон.
Аврора 1221, Тюмень контроль, опознан, сходит, эшелон 230.
You know what this looks like? This looks like a door lock on, you know, the old style door locks on cars where you had to push it down. That's what this looks like. They locked the door.
На 129.3, спасибо за управление, хорошей смены, 9976.
Аэрофлот 1136, если готовы, следуйте прямо ковер для интервала.
Конечно, готовы на ковер сразу, ну, 1136.
Тюмень контроль, ТР-12, добрый день, Упора, это НВД.
ИТР-112, Тюмень контроль, здравствуйте. Опознан, следуйте параллельным смещением 8 миль левее трассы для интервала.
Левее трассы параллельно 8 миль для интервала, следуем ИТР-112.
That Flight Simulator 2020 is just going to be amazing. I was mentioning yesterday the flight sims that have had the most impact with me. And so the first one was Flight Simulator 2 for the Commodore 64, because that was my very first one. And I had the Sublogic scenery disc, so I was flying across the US and flew to Europe and Hawaii. The next one was Flight Simulator 5, because that was my first PC Windows version. Flight Simulator 98 was just amazing, because I had that ProFlight 98 ATC program. And then when FS9 came out, I was just blown away, because that was the simulator I've been waiting for, like, since Flight Simulator 2. That was the type of simulator I was looking for. And it looks like Flight Simulator 2020 is going to be like that next wow factor, you know? It's like Flight Simulator 9 to the 100th power.
ТС-11, да, я вас понял, вы что, переработали сегодня со смены с утренней?
Да нет. Это у нас коронная фраза.
Ну да, тюменская.
Да.
ИТР-71. ИТР-71. ИТР-71 для интервала следуйте прямо ковер.
Повторите.
Т-71 для интервала следуйте прямо ковер. Кило Оскар Виктор Эко Ромео для интервала.
You did not get clearance. Okay, clearance, Roger.
Кило Индия Вискар Оскар Ромео.
Your engine's on fire, fire. The roof is on fire, fire.
Виктор Эко Ромео. Т-71.
Кило Оскар Виктор Эко Ромео, правильно?
Набило, работайте. Урал-контроль 122, залетает 2. Хорошего полета. До свидания, мягкосадки.
We're getting closer.
Самое главное, не болейте. Взаимно.
Nena. Getting closer to the USSR. That's what this looks like. USRR. Surgut. Surgut, Russia.
Тюмень контроль, добрый вечер, Восток 494, проходим мотора, эшелон 330, число Маха, точка 80.
Восток 494, Тюмень контроль, здравствуйте, опознаны.
Oh, that was a sudden jump in clouds. That's not supposed to happen. I have Rex Environment Force. It's supposed to be a smooth transition.
Восток 404, я так понял, мы Азур обогнали. Разрешите занять подписанное 350?
We might be landing early.
49, поправка Восток 494, сохраняйте шоу 330 из-за движения борт на 6 часов, интервал 9 километров.
That'll be nice. I can take a nice break before coming back on.
Восток 404, спасибо.
Ooh, a DC. Yeah. That would be great to fly.
Аэрофлот есть полсотни 6 и по готовности снижать шон 100
I don't know if I've got a DC on this one or not. I think I do. I do have some DC aircraft for my older simulators. I'll have to try this. See, I've got this thing called Ultimate Classic Wings. This is for Flight Simulator 98 and 2000. It's got an Airbus 310, an ATR 42, 72, and 500, an Avro Lancaster, the Boeing 707, 747, 100, 300, and 400, a Boeing 757 and a 767, and then a Bombardier Global Express, Canada Air Regional Jet, a DH-6 Twin Otter, a Douglas C-47 Dakota, MD Mad Dog 11, T-6 Texan, F-4 Phantom, Sikorsky S-61, Sea King, and Vickers Viscount, or Viscount. So, there's some really cool stuff. And I think I have an add-on that's specific for DHC. No.
Да, прошу прощения, забыл. На связи. Да, на связи, Аэрофлот 7496.
It might be one that I've got my eye on.
077 до команды. Сохраняем 077 до команды Аэрофлот 7496.
We got some more scenery we need to take a look at. There's a river system out here. Hold on, let's take a look at it. Oh, DCS. Oh, sorry, I thought you said DC. Let's take a look at this scenery. This looks interesting. That has got to be one of the coolest river systems I've ever seen. I gotta look that up on a map and see if that's got a name. That is just so cool. Here, let's see if we can find it.
11.36, расчет на начало снижения.
Аэрофлот 11.36, повторите.
Расчет на начало снижения.
Should be somewhere around here.
Аэрофлот 11.36, снижайтесь по готовности. Эшелон 100 полсотни, пересечение эшелон 270, работа Сургут, подход 29,3 на посадке.
Снижаемся 150, пересечение 270, работаем Сургут, подход. 11.36.
It must be in here somewhere.
Добрый.
This is about where we're at.
3736, прошли точку
Maybe
упора,
this.
эшелон 330.
Could be this right here.
3736, имею контроль опознан.
That is really cool. That is a really cool river system. Oh wow. Look at that. The water looks really nice. You got this old metal here that's being kind of worn down. You know, the default aircraft when like the first aircraft you load up in P3D is that jet fighter. And I don't know how to fly it. I think I tried to fly it one time and yeah, it didn't quite work out.
Руслан, 29.05.
Ответили.
Руслан, 29.05. Выполните правую орбиту из-за движения. Далее планируйте восстанавливать собственную навигацию.
Понял чью правую орбиту и далее по плану. Руслан, 29.05.
Передавайте, наверное, лучше сделаем курс вправо 170.
We're turning.
Право 170.
We'll get another external shot here.
Тюмень, контроль, Свердловск, 18.05.
This is a cool shot with the clouds.
Свердловск, 18.05, имей контроль.
Следуем на точку Кварус, эшелон 370.
Свердловск, 18.05, имей контроль, опознан, сохраните, эшелон 370, сообщите Мах.
772.
Записал Мах 077, Свердловск, 18.05. 712, сообщите Мах.
Точка 80 Махов, 85-112.
8 записал 712.
Азур 205, отойти можно на 2 минуты.
200 полсотни.
Тебе не контроль? Азур 205.
Азур 205.
Отойти на 2 минуты можно?
Азур 205, да, конечно.
Понял, спасибо. Азур 205.
Аэрофлот 18, поправка Свердловск, 18.05. Сообщите, вы по викториям были, нет?
I think the global vector has a lot to do with that.
Маленько отошел от маршрута, да, я вижу.
Because that was nice, crisp, looked really good.
Накрыли.
Свердловск 18.05. Левее трассы идете 3 мили, следуйте прямо Калип, полет по своим свистам.
Понял.
Транс 141, Тюмень, контроль, добрый день. Транс 141, прошли точку Тора. Эшелон 350.
Атран 141, Тюмень, контроль, здравствуйте, опознан, сохраните Мах
I'm hoping we don't crash. Yesterday, you might want to watch that flight. The second flight, the air controller vectored us in. I was flying the 757. He vectored us into the airport 4 miles from the airport. I didn't have a way to get onto the ILS, so I was going to fly it in manually, and then he vectored us off away from it. And because I was already set to land with my flaps and landing gear, I couldn't get the plane stabilized enough to get it back up in the air, and it just slammed into the ground. Not at the airport, but as I was vectoring off, it just went boom. I got it back up in the air. We went around for another route, and just as we were coming in, he was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, I got to vector you off. The runway's not clear." I'm like, it's just our luck. Had I flown that Airbus, though, it would have been all over. There's no way I would have been able to recover if it was that Airbus. At least with the 757, I was able to recover. And when we fell to the ground and I was busy trying to get it back up in the air, the controller was like, "What are you doing?" What I wanted to say was, "I'm trying to recover because you screwed up." That's what I wanted to say. It's like, "You caused this, buddy. We were fine until you vectored us off at the last minute." But we went around and stuff, and it's all good. We got landed, so that's all that matters.
На ханты прямо. Спасибо, Руслан, за жизнь здесь. Т-112 ответил.
Т-112. Вас не наблюдаю.
Good practice.
Восток 519, добрый день, прошли УТО это Куриб, эшелон 350.
Восток 519, который за вас опознан. Сообщите вам.
I think after what happened, though, you probably would have cringed at how that was handled.
Восток 519, 79.
At least it was not as bad as that one flight. Remember that one flight where it didn't seem like anyone knew what was going on?
Не наблюдаю вас, проверьте ваш клиент.
Все походу на круг.
Ну, опять у тебя на девятке все как всегда.
Да.
Singapore 1990, ready to descend?
Yes, Singapore 1990, ready to descend.
Singapore 1990, ready to descend to flight level 150, passing flight level 1, direction 270, contact Surgut approach 129.3, have a nice landing, bye.
129.3 and down to, I'm sorry, was it flight level 150?
Yes, descend to flight level 150 when passing flight level 270, contact Surgut approach 129.3, Singapore 1990.
Roger, thank you so much. Don't get upset, buddy.
Свердловск 1805.
Свердловск 1805.
Свердловск 1805.
Heck, at least I'm verifying what he said.
4 мили.
I think he said speed 270.
Ритна.
Oh, we're already
Ритна,
doing
Роме,
that.
Индия, Танго, Новембр, Альфа, Свердловск 1805.
Понял, следует прямо на ритм.
Аэрофлот 7496, схемку на прибытие дадите?
Surgut approach, Singapore 19900 with you, descending to flight level 150.
Singapore 1990, this is Surgut Crook, contact Surgut approach on frequency 129.3.
129.3, Singapore 1990. Dang it, I did have the right one after all. It's like 120.3 and 129.3.
У нас проблемы с автопилотом.
Код круг на счете 123, мягко посадки до свидания.
С кругом 23, Аэрофлот 766. Всего доброго, до свидания.
До свидания.
Surgut approach, Singapore 1990 with you, descending to flight level 150.
Singapore 1990, Surgut approach today, radar contact level 316, continue to level 150 and report your indicated success.
I don't know what he said. Indicates speed is 263 for Singapore 1990.
Singapore 1990, Roger. After transition, reduce speed to 240 knots.
After transition, reduce speed to 240 knots, Singapore 1990.
136, здание вошло на 290.
What is the transition level?
Снижаемся 6.0, 136.
Is it on the star by any chance? You guys see the transition level on here? I don't know, I don't really see anything. But let me tune into ATIS again, because that, I think, had the transition level.
No significant change. Acknowledge information, Quebec. USRR disinformation, Quebec. 1200, expect ILS visual approach runway 25 wet water pot TC. Hess braking action good. Departure runway 25. Transition level 040, flocks of birds possible in aerodrome area. Wind 280 degrees.
Transition 040. That seems awfully low to slow down from what we have. Oh, you know what? I need to get the...
Singapore 1990, reduce speed to 240 knots now.
Reducing speed to 240 knots, Singapore 1990. Well, that works.
Снижаю до 250. Сейчас 280.
Аэрофлот 136, понял, сохраняйте 260 до команды.
Сохраняем 260 до команды 136.
I gotta pull up the ILS information here. Okay, here's our ILS. That's the frequency. That's the direction. It's all right there also.
Аэрофлот 136, работайте. Сургут, круг на частоте 123, мягко высокий. До свидания.
Дальше с Сургутом, кругом 123, все добро, до свидания, Аэрофлот.
Singapore 1990, please confirm, can you reduce the speed to 230 knots now?
Yes, we can reduce it to 230 knots. Just with we're trying to descend very quickly to 150, so trying to keep the speed as low as we can while doing it.
Roger, Singapore 190, descent Hotel 60, reduce speed to 30 knots, zero traffic.
Roger, 230. And I'm sorry, did you give us a different altitude?
Singapore 1990, descent Hotel 60.
Flight level 60, Roger, Singapore 1990. Man, my short-term memory is bad. I think he said 60.
7185, курсом на Ламин, пересекаем 270.
Аэрофлот 7185, Сургут, подход, здравствуйте, опознан, эшелон 270, снижайтесь, эшелон 7.0.
Снижаемся 7.0, Аэрофлот 7185.
Singapore 1990, vectoring for ILS approach, runway 25 on left heading 050 now.
Turn heading 050, Singapore 1990.
Аэрофлот 7185, разрешено прибытие ковер 1 Альфа.
Прибытие ковер 1 Альфа, Аэрофлот 7185.
We're not doing bad on our speed. He said 230. I've got us down to 237. And we're maintaining our descent, so I think we're doing okay. Let's get our landing lights on before I forget.
Добрый день. Е-371, Тюмень, Сургут, подход, здравствуйте, опознаны. Разрешено прибытие ковер 1 Альфа, снижайтесь, эшелон 8.0. Снижаюсь, эшелон 8.0, схема прибытия ковер 1 Альфа, ЮТР-71. Singapore 1990, descent Hotel 50.
Descend to flight level 050, Singapore 1990.
Аэрофлот 7185, приборная скорость, скажите вашу.
I was right, it was 060.
Аэрофлот 7185, гасите приборную 250.
Снижаем до 250, Аэрофлот 7185.
Singapore 1990, contact with Surgut crew on frequency 120.30 by back.
120.30, Singapore 1990. Alright. Now we can go to that one. Surgut approach, radar, Singapore 19990 with you, descending to flight level 050.
Singapore 19990, Surgut Crook, hello, identified, descend to flight level 40.
Descending to flight level 40, Singapore 19990.
Singapore 1990, reduce speed 200 knots until advised.
Reduce speed to 200 until advised 19990. Yeah, we're working on that.
Singapore 1990, turn right heading 070.
Left 070, Singapore 1990.
Singapore 1990, negative, turn right heading 070.
Okay, I had my right and left mixed up. Right to 070. Well, I knew what he meant. He said 070, so I don't know. I'm going to go round and round in circles.
Singapore 1990, descend to altitude 2,500 feet by QNH 1002.
QNH 1002, descend to 2,000 feet, Singapore 1990.
Аэрофлот 136, работайте, Сургут вышка 120,8, всего хорошего.
Дальше с вышкой 120,8, всего хорошего, до свидания, 136.
Сургут Круг, вечер добрый, это Аэрофлота 7185, пересекаем 1...
Okay, we're low enough to start putting down some flaps.
0, информация Quebec на борту.
Аэрофлот 7185, Сургут Круг, день добрый, опознанный, снижайте эшелон 4.0.
Снижаемся 4.0, Аэрофлот 7185.
For landing, please return all seat backs and tray tables to their upright and stowed position. Ensure all portable electronic devices are
Singapore 1990, turn right heading 160.
Additionally, put rest and
Right
video
160
monitors must be
for
returned to their
Singapore
original
1990.
position. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's expedite that descent. He's got us coming around here.
Singapore 1990, turn right heading 210, clear, ILS approach runway 25, reports when established.
Say again on the heading.
2500.
Turn right heading 210, Singapore 1990.
Heading 210 for Singapore 1990 for the ILS approach.
And Singapore 1990 speeds, reduce minimum approach speed.
Roger, reducing speed for Singapore 1990.
Reduce minimum approach speed, Singapore 1990.
Reducing to approach speed 1990.
Аэрофлот 7185, снижайте 400 метров по давлению QFI 995. Разрешаю ВЛС, заход в ВПП-25.
По давлению 995 QFI, подскажите еще раз, 400 метров?
Аэрофлот 7185, подтверждаю, скорость без ограничений.
Alright, we're getting the landing gear down.
400 метров, скорость без ограничений, Аэрофлот 7185.
Аэрофлот 7185, подтвердите, разрешено ЛС, заход в ВПП-25.
Alright guys, you all ready?
Заход АЛС-25 разрешили, Аэрофлот 7185.
Getting ourselves ready and lined up here. There it is. We are locking into the localizer. Switching on approach. Approach Singapore 1990 is established on the localizer.
Singapore 1990, contact Surgut Tower on 120.8. Bye bye.
120.8. Bye bye. Thanks for the service.
Полет до связи.
Дальше с рулем 121.8. Спасибо за компрессию, до связи.
Tower Singapore 1990 with you. Requesting permission to land on the ILS.
Singapore 1990, clear to the land, runway 25, wind 280 degrees, 10 meters per second.
Clear to land, Singapore 1990.
Surgut Airport 7044, еще раз.
Here we go, folks.
На предварительном.
Аэропорт 7044, Сургут вышка, здравствуйте, ожидайте.
Ожидаем, Аэрофлот 7044.
ГТР 71, снижаюсь 5000, пересекаю 70-й эшелон.
Виталий, с ним, вам с какой было работать с катной станцией?
Вроде.
Spoilers are armed.
Виталий 71, с подходом, пожалуйста, работайте, обсудите с ним. Я просто даже на локаторе не наблюдаю, занимаю зону 30.
Понял.
Поправка, Виталий 71.
На приеме.
Так, подскажите ваше местонахождение.
Следую на Дельта 030 Гольф.
Тогда с подходом.
Понял.
We're down the full flaps.
$500. 400.
300.
Аэрофлот 744, наблюдайте борт авиакомпании Сингапур 752, Боинг.
Наблюдаем на посадочный Аэрофлот 7044.
Аэрофлот 774, занимайте исполнительный за бортом авиакомпании Сингапур. Внимание, за бортом.
Вас понял, после посадки занимаем исполнительный взлет по команде Аэрофлот 7044.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Сургут выше, вечер добрый, Аэрофлот 7185. На третьем развороте снижаемся до 400 метров по давлению 995 пюфи.
The same thing happened the last time I came here. This
Продолжаем заход ВП-25, Аэрофлот 7185.
Аэрофлот 7185 и минимальная скорость.
the scenery messed up.
Минимальная скорость Аэрофлот 7185.
At that time, please remember to check around your seating area, in the seat pockets, and overhead bins for all personal belongings that you brought on board.
Tower, good evening. This is Captain of Future 101 with you and holding point runway 25 on Foxtrot.
Singapore 1990, contact Surgut ground 121.8, bye bye.
121.8 for Singapore 19990. Bye bye.
Аэрофлот 7044, ВПП 25, разрешаю, ветер 280 градусов, 10 метров в секунду. До после этого работайте с Surgut круг на частоте 120,3. Спасибо за полет, до свидания.
Okay, let me pull up the map here for the airport, just so we're all prepared here. So we're all prepared, I'm prepared. Surgut ground, Singapore 19990, clear the runway.
Singapore, stand to via taxiway Charlie, Mike at the front.
I didn't catch that. Singapore 19990. So there was some background noise. It sounded like you said taxi via Charlie and Mike to stand 2. Is that correct?
Singapore 190, stand to 22.
I was close. Stand 22, Singapore 19990. I'm like, well, that was close. Stand 22, here it is, right there. You guys probably thinking, guy's a smart ass. I believe 22 is right in here because there is another plane sitting right there.
Согласно планам Кольцова, Екатеринбург, эшелон запрашиваю 26-й. Погоду на борту имею.
Пулка 612, пожалуйста, план полета ваш отправьте.
Okay, there we go, folks. Welcome to Surgut. Surgut, Russia. Nice, easy flight.
Принял, полкос 12.
Let's go ahead and switch this off here. And we'll go ahead and shut her all down here. All right, fantastic. That was a great flight. That was a great flight. That's the type of flight that I'm talking about as far as getting what we want. Alrighty. Well, the next flight's not going to be for an hour, so this is a good time for a break. I want to thank all of you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed that flight. I felt good about it. I felt much better about this flight. And if you do too, for those of you who are watching this on Twitch, I hope you'll consider following and checking out my YouTube channel, because I got plenty of flight sims there, stuff that I'm doing on VATSIM and stuff that I'm doing offline, stuff with the modern simulators as well as classic simulators. So if you want to check all that out, definitely want to head over there. And then for my YouTube viewers who are already familiar with the stuff that I do, yeah, head over to Twitch, so that way you can be a part of these live streams, because I would love the company. I would love to be able to chat with you and have you fly with me. I don't always fly airlines. I fly general aviation. You guys know that. It would just be, fun just to have a, chill, relaxing flight with you guys on board. So come over to Twitch and follow me. And while you're at it, follow me over on Instagram, because I take photos of stuff, projects that I'm working on, things that I happen to be doing. So if you want some inside, behind the scenes information of stuff that I'm working on, head over there. Twitter is also important. I use that for official announcements, giving you guys a little bit of notice ahead of time of like when I go online with the stream. And plus I retweet things that I think you might find interesting. And then Snapchat, well, that's just for fun, whenever I can think to do something with it. And if you really like what I'm doing and would love to donate, Twitter is set up, or Twitch is set up for that. But I also have a Patreon account, and I got some bonuses and rewards there. And I'm working on even getting some more type of stuff on there, like exclusive series and more stuff. But you'll be able to see videos in advance as well. That's all I got. So thanks again for watching. I will see you on the next exciting leg of the journey. We got one more flight here for day number 8 of the VATRUS, Crossing VATRUS 2020 event. I will see you real soon. Have a killer awesome day.